Hello everyone, welcome back to Adhya's news channel. I am Divya Bharadia and I will be your broadcaster for this week. So without any further delay, let's go into the news. We have Aisha for business news.
My name is Aisha and I'm here to present the business news. Singapore's manufacturing output rose 30% in May, biggest gain in about a decade. Singapore to increase spending on ICT to $3.8 billion. SBI cash withdrawals checkbooks used to be costly from July 1st. Reliance shares continues to fall. How do analysts view its future plan? Warren Buffett steps down as a trustee of Gates Foundation. Reliance plans Rs 75,000 crore investment in massive renewable energy push. New Resorts World Las Vegas Casino bets on post-COVID-19 recovery. Thank you.
Thank you Aisha, that was really a good information about business. Now let me call Jigisha, our Adhya's in-house informer.
Hello everyone, I'm Jigisha as Adhya in-house informer for this week. At Adhya, our academic year for 2021 and 2022 started with the celebration of International Yoga Day, in which all of our students participated with great vigor and enthusiasm by performing all the refreshing yoga exercises. Online classes have started going on in full swing as well. By the way, admissions for our college are in progress for both intermediate as well as degree courses. Admissions are available online as well. You can take a virtual tour of our campus through our website, or if you feel the need, you could visit our college personally, interact with our faculties, and get your admissions done. We're very happy to announce that our beloved ma'am, Anupama ma'am, has been promoted and assigned the role of principal at our college. Hearty congratulations to you, ma'am. Last but not the least, a humble reminder for our students to pay the fees at the earliest for the smooth functioning of our college. This is it for the news. Thank you.
Thank you Jigisha for the information. Now we have Deepshika for political news.
Greetings to one and all. This is Deepshika here to present this week's political news. PM Modi's all-party meeting with Jammu and Kashmir leaders begins. Manish Sisodia overclaims that Delhi inflated oxygen need during COVID second wave. IIT Kanpur to study on COVID third wave to peak in October may appear by September. Centre says Delhi's ration scheme lacks clarity, suggests implementation on pilot basis. Kerala's Women's Commission chairperson quits after widespread protests. Telangana seeks UNESCO heritage recognition for Ramappa Temple. Telangana High Court orders judicial probe into Dalit woman's custodial death. TS government deposits 70,298.83 crores under Raitu Bandhu scheme to support 60.75 lakhs farmers in the state. Union Panchayat Raj Secretary Sunil Kumar urged all other states to emulate Telangana and conduct online auditing for Gram Panchayats. BJP gets in election mode in Uttarakhand. Modi brainstorms with senior ministers for the second time in 4 days. Lebanese leaders exchange barbs as country sinks into political crisis. US South Korea to consider ending North Korea coordination group. Germany and United Nations to host Libya peace talks in Berlin on June 23rd. UN chief calls for the expansion of humanitarian aid to Syrians. Palestinian president welcomes formation of new Israeli government. Joe Biden calls closure of Hong Kong's Daily Apple a sad day for media freedom. Philippines approves Bharat Biotech's Covaxin for emergency use. Thank you. Over to the news broadcaster.
Oh, I didn't knew all these were going on in political news. Thank you Deepshika. Moving on, we have Sri Anjali for entertainment news.
Hello everyone, this is Srianjali CH. I'm going to be reading the entertainment news for you. On Friday, Marvel has released the trailer for their upcoming new show, Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings. Rumors have it that Harry Styles is releasing a new gender-neutral fragrance and beauty line. The Grammy-winning singer has been appointed director of the newly registered company, which offers fragrance and cosmetics. Now in Bollywood, Kangana Ranaut is directing a new Indira Gandhi film called Emergency, saying that no one could do it better than her. She then continues to say that she was pleased to wear the director's hat again. Tollywood actress Pooja Hegde is flying out to Hyderabad to join the shooting of film Radheshyam. The actress took it to social media on Friday and posted a video taken at the airport, captioning it with "Time to get back to work" with her hashtag Radheshyam. Superstar Shah Rukh Khan, who has been working in the Hindi cinema industry for over 3 decades, has said that he is overwhelmed by the love his fans and followers have shown him over the years. The 55-year-old actor has completed 29 years of Bollywood acting. Back to Hollywood. Sources confirm that Taylor Swift is making a big screen return with Christian Bale and Margot Robbie in David O. Russell's next film. Also, Taylor Swift's album Evermore has set the record for biggest sales a week in the US for vinyl album. It has sold over 40,000 copies following its release on May 13th. Actor Timothée Chalamet has been roped in to play the younger version of the chocolate maker Willy Wonka. In a musical film based on the younger version of the character Willy Wonka created by Roald Dahl. Titled Wonka, the story will focus on a young Willy Wonka and his adventures prior to opening the world's most famous chocolate factory. In Tollywood, 4 years of Duvada Jagannatham, the director Harish Shankar thanks Allu Arjun and the team for the support. He then took it to social media to share the pictures, thanking everyone.
Wow, we have many upcoming new movies further. Thank you, Sri Anjali. Now we have Bindu Shri for technical news.
Good afternoon everyone, this is Bindu Shri here to present technical news. Engineers developed inexpensive methods to make impossible materials that interact in usual ways with microwave energy. Thin film polymers, inkjet printed with tiny component patterns, collect or transmit energy with much greater selectivity, sensitivity, and power than conventional materials. An interdisciplinary team of researchers has succeeded in depositing nitrogen-containing organic molecules as a highly ordered layer on silicon. This opens up new perspectives for the development of more powerful semiconductor materials, which can be used, for example, in computers, photovoltaics, or sensor technology. New research develops a framework to understand the choices an electronic waste recycler has to make and the role that digital fraud prevention could have in preventing dishonest recycling practices. Researchers demonstrate a new high flux and compact cold atom source with low power consumption that can be a key component of many quantum technologies. Older people affected by memory loss have much to gain from AR technology. Yet a study exploring the use of augmented reality to support older adults at home find the user interface in something confusing for those aged 50 plus. Researchers invented a more efficient device for doubling the frequency of incoming light by combining period reflectors inside a microcavity containing gallium nitride. This work may help in the construction of a deep UV light source with bactericidal effect that is both safe and practical. That's it for technical news. Over to broadcaster.
Thank you, Bindu. Now we have Kathy for weather report.
Good afternoon, this is Khyati Srivali. So today I am sharing you the weather report. The highest temperature in India is Rajasthan. It has 50 degrees Celsius. Bhubaneswar recorded 44.2 degrees Celsius, topping the list of hottest cities. So at present, the maximum temperature would hover at 31 degrees Celsius and minimum temperature is predicted to be recently. Rains occurred in many states and countries like Andhra Pradesh and Telangana was hit by heavy rain during April. The non-stop rains hit the city's heavy rainfall received at few places in Kamareddy. District Hyderabad has been witnessing regular rainfall during the evenings. The city is currently in the hottest place in the country. With the maximum temperature of 42.1 degrees Celsius, India is well known for its good climate in the country. Average annual humidity in Delhi is 70% and in Jammu and Kashmir is 79% and the West Bengal has 62%. Thank you and have a nice day. Over to broadcaster.
Thank you, Kathy. So that's it for this week, guys. See you all next week. Until then, stay home, stay safe, as nothing is important than your health. Signing off, Divya Bharadia.